And we are back
Again.
Mm-hmm. You probably look a little different this time. I don't know what I had last time going on, but I know I'm gonna look a little different this time.
Yeah.
But the lovely Claudia and myself, still fiance, we decided we wanted to make another video to cap off 2020. Although it's December 21st, this is the day a lot of people are gonna remember, not just as the first day of winter for 2020, but it's like Jupiter and Saturn were going to be like really close, and something about this only happens like every 400 years or 800 years, and what happened today probably, they say it's not going to likely happen to 2040 or 2080, so we probably still be here, you know. 2040 will be here. 2080, we taking black seed off. We're doing the best we can. Investing in CMOS. And to that, we just wanted to just kind of just recap, not so much every single thing since we last made a video, but we both said that we wanted to just kind of document our journey and be grateful, and always be able to reflect and look back on how far we've came and how much we've grown, and how much we still love each other. And I couldn't really think that it could grow, but it still has. My love for her grows, my appreciation grows tremendously, and my respect for her. And so I just kind of want to start off this video honoring my queen, because the last time we made a video, although it's always been in her, she's always been an entrepreneur, we weren't talking about, to my knowledge, I don't think we were talking about you starting a business. No. And now my baby has 1406 Candle Co. Make your orders. Yes. I'm very proud of her.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. That watching her build a candle company from ground up, from scratch, from everything, like designing the website, you know, inventory, ordering the stuff, learning how to make it, making the videos, tutorials, and just, you know, product acknowledgement, and knowing what she's going to need and how to balance. I mean, she's an accountant, so I know she knows how to balance like the budget and stuff like that, but just not overspending, and having customers before she launched on 11/11, November the 11th of this year, 2020. So I just think this is going to be dope whenever we're older and we get to look back and remember, you know, like, yeah, I remember when you started that, you know. And it's like, you know, when we made the first video, that wasn't on our mind, you know. I mean, I knew she always kind of wanted to venture out, but it wasn't like direct line of, you know, concrete, this is what I want to do type thing. And then it just came to her, and she didn't procrastinate. She studied, she got on it, and she's done, you know, very well. I mean, like,
almost sold out.
Yeah, almost sold out, you know, and learning her customers and getting reorders and stuff like that. And man, I'm just very honored and proud. And I learned a little bit. I didn't get the hands on because I didn't want to interrupt her, but just watching her grow and also work and be a mother, and then, you know, some spouse, it's not easy. So I salute her, I commend her, I honor her. I'm just so thankful. And like I said, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, she just started. Like, she was making profits, she was selling stuff even before she launched. So, you know, it wasn't kind of just, like, oh, maybe if 4 or 5 people order something. Like, no, she was making some money. And I just want to always look back and let her know that I'm very proud of her, and I'm you know, just encouraged. And whatever she does, I know she will be successful when she really desires to put her all into it. So again, just kind of wanted just to talk about how our 2020 is, because so many people have been devastated by this year because of the pandemic and the coronavirus. And last time we made this video, there was not a vaccine at that point, and now there is. Depending on who you are and what you believe in, is how fast you'll move with that. I don't want to go too far down that street. My family, we are investing in just natural, preventatives. Like I said, black seed oil, vitamin D, vitamin C, echinacea, and also sea moss. We just want to make sure that we are taking precautions and not, just being proactive instead of reactive, reactionary. But we just want, people to know that even through this challenging year, there's still hope. And we've had our own challenges, but we've weathered the storm. We stayed the course. We stayed in faith.
Yes.
We plan, we strategize, and one of the things we teach our kids is if you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. So we really just want to just try to make sure that we are crossing all our T's, dotting all our I's. Whenever we feel like we can make an advancement towards certain things, we do. And just letting people know, man, like, just don't give up because of what's going on around you. Even though it's very, very challenging, and sometimes it's easier when you have somebody, because we ain't always had somebody,
Right.
The right somebody. I need to just fix that. You can have somebody, but then that somebody make it even worse. So you got the right somebody. You can kind of just bounce off each other. You can. The Bible says, two is better. Two or three is better than one.
Yeah.
So you just want to have that camaraderie, that agreement, be on the same page, and make sure that you can lift each other up during those hard times. She launched her business, and I have also want to just announce that I haven't launched my business, but I've gotten the LLC for mine, which was a major step for mine, called Love Uology. It's going to be geared toward more so relationships and just love, self-empowerment, stuff like that. But I don't want to go too deep into it. Just the things we've been able to manage to do in this year 2020. Obviously I told her we got engaged, in the last video. We got June 26th. But also just investing in our children, planning, raising credit scores, and just overall prospering, and continuingly to make plans to also have them prosper. They don't know it yet, but we have another phase in terms of them going into businesses, and just starting a foundation for them to, be able to launch off and be successful even before, they are out there on their own. But we're not gonna put too much on them too soon. That's just not healthy. But we just really wanted to just go over some stuff that we've been able to look back and reflect, and thank God that we made some moves in 2020. And when we look back at this video, when it's 2022, 2025, 2028, 2030, we can be proud of what we did and understand why we did it. And even if we forget then, this can remind us, like, I didn't want to make another video in another home right now. I wanted the second video to be in the same residence, because the next video probably will be in another residence.
It will be.
It will be okay. I'm in agreement. You see how
Really
it works?
soon.
Really soon. Like when somebody says something, immediately you want immediate agreement. Not no, why you say that, or are you sure we don't need to be making up? No, it's gonna happen. Agreement, and that's what makes us such a dynamic tandem. One of my hashtag I always try to use when it's about us for our family is watch us win, because we know that we are just trying to move strategically and also in faith.
Yeah.
And God is the orchestra of everything, so He's ordering our steps, and we haven't missed yet. Our Christmas present that I was so grateful that we were able to get was a goal that we wrote in what 2019?
The end of 2019.
Yeah. No, it was before. It was on the paper. It was like 4/17 when then we write it. I think we did
2019.
4/17/2019.
Yeah.
We wrote down some goals. I don't go into all our goals, but we said we wanted some vehicles, and we got those vehicles. And we said we wanted a sleep number bed, and recently we just purchased our sleep number bed that hasn't arrived yet. It'll be here in a few days. But just that's a wonderful feeling when your life is moving in a completed checklist. You just want to make sure that you have a checklist so that you can look back and reflect and say, we said we wanted to do this and we did this. Even though it may not seem like it was an opportune time with so many different things going on with the world, with the kids being out of school, or school from home, and just certain things had to be done and maneuvered around that. You still just stay in faith. You still just learn to cut corners and budget, but enjoy life. And that's our message. Life is meant to be lived, but you want to live it in a way so you're not stressed, and you can become stressed by trying to live to impress, and don't do that. Find things that bring you peace, be around people that bring you joy and peace, things that help you grow, and have things that help your life feel more fulfilled and live. But a lot of things people think bring them pleasure, like materialistic stuff. Depending on how you get it, it can become a burden. And if it's a burden, then it's not a blessing if you got to get it that way. But in any event, we just, I don't want to continue to yammer. I don't want to take over and everything. You want to say anything?
I really just, I want to go back to, first of all, letting you know how grateful I am of you, and God knew what He was doing, because God knew that these type of times was coming, and me not having Him, the pandemic could have been very different for me, and our children. So I'm grateful for you. I also want to go back to, like, when you was talking about writing down goals and having faith and believing. Anything you write down, anything you speak out, it will come to pass. That's because you're already believing in it, because you're writing it down. And we do that a lot. I do it a lot. So us sitting here right now, December 21st, 2020, I'm sorry. By this time next year, everything that we have written down, we will have it.
Absolutely.
Everything. And when that time comes, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll make another video. We might title it Everything.
But I'm just so grateful and so blessed and thankful for just God allowing us to come this far and to be able to do the things that we've done throughout this year. From the time we've been together, it hasn't always been easy, but we've always worked through things together. We never point the finger at each other. We never blame anything on each other. We just figured out a way and prayed about it and just communicated. Communication is key. But I also want to just say, because I know that women watch this as well, when you have a good man, you have to communicate. And when you have a good man, you have to be able to sit down and have conversations and talk, and not disagree about everything, and to stick by his side no matter what. And that's what I want to continue to do. That's what I'm going to continue to do. God has blessed us so much. Everything that I wrote down before I met him has come to pass. That's how
I didn't know.
That's how I know that when you write something down and when you speak it, it will happen. You're already believing in it because you're writing it down. Even down to me getting engaged to him, everything has happened. And everything that we want, everything that we speak about together, it has already come to pass. We already have it. We just have to walk in it.
Amen.
And we also want to encourage you guys just to continue to have faith, continue to believe in yourself, continue to be there for your loved ones and your spouse. Work things out. Don't just let things just be swept under the rug because things doesn't get taken care of like that. You put it out in the open, work through it, and things will work out. That's mainly all I have to say. But the next video we make, we will be in our new home, the home that we purchased.
One of them.
And never be afraid to speak out, because I've always been like a private person, and I'm learning how to allow people to see what God has done for me and my family now, because I have a family. A lot of people want to hold in their blessings because they're afraid to lose something, but if God gives it to you, no one can take it away from you. So speak up, because your situation can help someone else.
Amen.
And by you holding back your blessings and the things that God has done for you, you can be hindering a blessing for someone else. So to just the ladies, I know it's men that will look, but to the ladies, you have to be able to fix within yourself as a woman. And a lot of women, they want a man, they want a husband, and you have to know how to keep them. You have to know how to be by his side. You have to know how to communicate. You have to be willing. You can't just shut everything down if you feel like you're right about everything. God's not going to give you something that you're not ready for. And you might think you're ready for it, but you're really not ready for it. I had to go through it. That's really all I have to say.
Well, she said a lot. There's so much, like, I'm an unpacker. Like, I'm very analytical. So, like, she said a lot of stuff, and it's just it has so much meat on the bone. But I just kind of, I don't want to necessarily add, but more so want to be abundantly clear about what she was saying. But I'm just going to also say, because she said to the ladies, to the men, there are still good women out there, and there's still good men out there. I know that it's not easy to find because everybody has so many hidden motives, and people are scared to be vulnerable and really let people actually in, because everybody knows what to say.
Yeah.
But in any event, again, we know that our story is not the blueprint of how you go about things, and that's okay. I believe that a pioneer doesn't have a blueprint, and we are the pioneers of this lifestyle that God has allowed us to live.
Yes.
And we are going to live it by faith, and thus far it's proven to be effective and beneficial. But for the men, when you find your queen, or when God reveals who your queen is to you and her, cherish everything. I've told her not in great detail, but I mean, I tell her, you know, how much I love her, but that wasn't what I was referring to. It was that in great detail, one of the things that I hold so valuable, and so significant is the trust, because people know, well, people should know, a relationship without communication and trust is kind of a recipe for disaster. It's doomed to fail.
Yeah.
When she looks at me, there's something that's in a woman's eye when she can trust you, when she can believe you, when she may even if she doesn't understand, she knows your judgment, she knows your temperament, she knows basically what motivates you and what you likely trying to accomplish. I never want to lose that. And it's a myriad of things that fall within that. Number one, cheating. I never want to lose that look in her eye when she looks at me, and knowing that I'm trying to do the thing that I believe is the right thing to do, or the best thing for us as a family. I never want her, I feel like it would hurt me to see her hurt, or to see her doubt, or to see her try to trust me, but be scared too.
Yeah.
Just that look in your eye, they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. But you can just tell when someone is, fearful. They're timid of giving you access to that level of their heart. And they're trying to protect themselves. I don't want her to feel like she has to protect herself from me. That's just, to me, I've proved that I'm not worthy of her love. And so that within itself is something that it doesn't necessarily keep me, because I don't desire anything else, but I hold it very, very in high regard of, I love her, I honor her, I respect her, I value her, and those things that I never want to lose are so fragile. Even if the Bible says, forsake the appearance of the wrong thing. So even in the appearance of doing something, you could cause it to be questioned. But, always considering, like her, and not wanting her to ever feel any type of way, about where I am, or what I'm doing, or who I was with, or anything like that. And so that's just, it's valuable to me. And I think that as a man, that needs to be communicated and said, not just, hey man, we got to start loving our women better, we got to do, like, there's a time and a place for that conversation. I'm probably not the person that's to deliver the mail like that. I'm in more so, it's very simple. You don't hurt who you love. At least you try not to.
Yeah.
And if you love them enough, it hurts you to hurt them. So it's just as basic as that. You find somebody you love that much, you don't want to hurt them. If you don't mind hurting them, then you probably don't love them that much. Because love gives, lust takes. Lesson. But never give up. Periodically, because I have an app called the Time Hop, it will remind me of the things that I posted years ago and some of the things that I've gone through. And it keeps me humble, and it keeps me grateful, because I remember that there were just people that did not value me the way she does, that did not prefer me, that did not hold me in high regard, that gave me a tug of war about just any and everything that I was trying to do in their benefit. And you just kind of get burnt out.
Yeah.
You know, you spread yourself too thin and everything. You know, but God is a God of more than just a second chance, and He will bless you in His time.
Yes.
With more than you could even fathom, more than you can even comprehend to even ask, and that's what He's done. And it's a cliche, you know, if He did it for me, He'll do it for you. I'm telling you, I'm the person who will change everybody's mind, because it's not just going to, when I speak, I know I speak and I hit a chord, I hit a nerve. It's not just to be something to be said from a cliche standpoint, because I had really just got to a point where it was like, all right, I trust you, I trust God, I trust you in every area except for my love life. I had been obedient twice into what I knew and other people knew God was saying, but people make their decisions. And I'm a firm believer there's no such thing as the one. It's the one who God sends. And those people have to be in agreement and line up with what God said.
Yeah.
Because you can be chosen and still miss the promise. That's what Moses, right? So it's documented.
Yeah.
Like Moses led them out of the wilderness, but you know, he didn't go into the promised land.
Yeah.
So he was chosen and God was with him. And God made a way for him. But he still missed it because of his own, you know, ways.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there. It's like, you know, as men, you know, it kind of goes back to the Bible when it says, you know, love your wives as you love yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's really kind of just that simple. And although I know someone, if they see this, because you know, we're not doing this for views, but maybe somebody will be helped by it. And we like to refer, like, you know, so I'll be like, well, you talking about wives and y'all ain't married yet, like
soon.
you know, yeah. But
it's gonna happen.
The investment that one King DeAndre Smith has made, trust me, like it's really virtually done in my eyes. We just know that from a ceremonial standpoint, that other people have to bear witness to seeing certain things before I guess it becomes cemented in their lives, in their mind. But just again, like she was hitting on so many different points in terms of, you know, walking by faith and writing things down. I hate writing. She's a great writer. She loves writing. I'm more of a, I'll speak it out. I'll confess it. You know, so it's like, you know, we got two in one. You know, she does one, I do the other. And we stay in agreement. But there are just so many things that could come. And 2020 has proved that.
Yeah.
A lot of people got coronavirus, and we lost a lot of people. But there were a lot of people that were in this system, and the system got disrupted.
Yeah.
I can't really pinpoint or call it a certain thing. I don't want to go so deep in this now. So like, what is it called? Conspiracy theories, and the Matrix, and no, it's just that based on people's spending habits, there's an algorithm that is put in place to make sure that you are at a certain level to keep people in bondage, because they know you can only do a certain amount of things.
Yeah.
And because the coronavirus kind of shut everything down, there were a lot of people that had access to certain things that they never had access to before. And there were a lot of people that got out of that system because that system couldn't stay in place. You had to have your eyes open, and you had to be ready for an opportunity when it presented itself.
Yeah.
We became much more of being investors this year. We focused a lot on our credit, and we still are. We garnered a lot of information, and we applied it. Might make a video about that, about certain things you can do with your credit. Um, but most of all, you know, like I said, we kept the faith. Um, we looked at so many different alternatives because what we found out, there's always a yes. You just have to find it. You have to find it. You're gonna hear no's before you hear the yes. And there were people when we was looking for a vehicle, like, you know, like, can you get a co-signer? We like, we don't need a co-signer. And it's like, what's going on? I say, look, there's a pandemic going on. Y'all lots finna dry up. Y'all might want to be trying to sell as many cars as you can because in a minute, ain't nobody be buying them cars. And you know, there were people who kind of like basically gave us no hope. And we ended up getting another truck. You know, it just worked out, and
it always does.
It always does. Sometimes you'll have to go. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna always just be this straight line, you know, but you have to stay persistent and consistent. But again, we just want to just kind of just recap. You know, we don't want to go, we did this and we did this and we did this. I mean, we spent a lot of time with our children. We kind of told you some of the stuff that we take. We've listed a few things that we felt that were accomplishments based on what we wrote down. We've grown. The coronavirus, I think I said this last video, the coronavirus did not, well, the quarantine.
Yeah.
Because neither one of us.
Word.
We didn't have coronavirus, praise the Lord. But the quarantine, I think I said this last video, that did not impact us to, it made us more closer. Like, no, it just gave us the time that we wanted always to spend more time with each other. And
I love being around this man.
I love being around her too. We still text each other, I miss you, and it's like, it's just true. But just from a personal standpoint, I've because I know this video is kind of going on. I just feel like I was able to accomplish so many things this year, in small forms. Like I was able to get everybody I love a birthday gift, and that's kind of crazy to say, but it's like I've never been able to do that in my life, and it was a blessing. And again, just starting my own, you know, my own company, getting engaged, and taking trips, checking off few things on our list, and taking my family, spending time with my family. It's just priceless. Just being able to do the things you want to do when you want to do them, that's the ultimate goal. And you know, we got a few more, you know, things to X out, but we know we're gonna get there too. And we just look forward to knowing that we appreciated everything along that journey, and always being able to look back and be grateful that we did what we did when we could, and we knew that we would one day be able to do whatever we wanted to, when we wanted to, and our children will be good. You know, whether we blind, deaf, or crazy, they're good. We just strive to be the best we can be, the best versions of ourselves. I think we actually look better. But, you know, she looked good last video. I think I look semi better this video.
Baby, stop it.
I don't know if I had a beard last time. I didn't have the beard last time. I had the goatee. Yeah, she likes the beard, but I'm gonna shave it after her birthday. But she won't like it. I like the change.
He does often. So
the next video I might just be like baby face with just maybe mustache. I don't ever shave mustache off, but I'm just kind of yammering right now. Is there anything you want to say to the people or us or the kids, because they looked at the last video and they were like, oh, y'all are making a video?
To you guys and our kids, never give up. Don't beat yourself up. Just take your time. Continue to be consistent. and it'll get done. Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, pray about it, keep your faith, don't beat yourself up, keep going, get back up, keep trying. He teaches the kids that. Don't give up, keep going, keep trying.
Keep going. Keep
You
manifesting.
smell good, baby.
Thank you. I felt like I needed to just complete the process because I didn't want to just try. You look good, you smell good, maybe you'll make the video good. Because last video I was like, oh man.
No.
So I don't know how I'm gonna look this video, but I'm just gonna roll with it.
Handsome.
As long as she feels that way,
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
But yeah, like she said, keep going, keep manifesting. Stay blessed. We're gonna make another video soon.
Yeah.
But it'll be a different location.
Real soon. That'll be happening real soon.
God takes you from faith to faith, glory to glory. So y'all see us in this glory. Next video, y'all see us in that glory.
And we want y'all to tell us about y'all glory.
Yeah. Y'all journey, y'all testimonies.
Yep.
We haven't been like super aggressive, but I got an announcement I want to make. I'm gonna make it, and I'm saying that because I haven't made it yet. But when I make it, I know it could alter everything. I don't think I'm gonna go viral. I'm not gaming for that, but I am aiming to start a new legacy regarding our Black women.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that, our Black queens. So it'll be nice to look back and be like, well, that's what I said I wanted to do, and put it out there, and at least some people are starting to adopt the idea, and I'm cool with that. It's not a thing where I never want to be famous or like I do want to be rich and wealthy, but I'm not after fame or clout. But I sometimes you can't change nothing until there's enough energy behind the situation and people know your name. So if that's what it costs, then so be it. But at the end of the day, you just gotta put it out there and see what happens. So
that's not it.
That's not it. What else?
And also, I want to say, just because someone else is doing something or have your idea or something you want to start, you still do what you have to do because they have their people who's going to support them, and you have your people that's going to support you. And just keep going. Don't give up. Be consistent.
That's right. You're gonna get there one step at a time, one day at a time.
Yep.
There to get you to your destination. So I hope I was able to clarify everything. Cause like I said, I look at these videos we make, and I kind of like study myself. See how I need to improve and where. Pray to God that we haven't been talking and it's been on mute this whole time, and we just think that everything is fine, and we just over here just.
Oh my gosh, it's not on mute, baby. I'm saying that because I'm having faith that it's not on mute and that this video will be heard.
Yes, because I feel like an idiot. And she'll let me have it like, you wanted to do this video and it didn't even have no.
Ladies, let me tell you something. When your man asks you to do something, don't tell him no.
Don't
tell him no.
Again, you did that last video. They are not gonna like you saying that.
I don't care.
Okay.
Okay. You will reap the benefits from it. I will tell you that.
I agree with her. I'm not disagreeing with her, but I want to put it in a proper context. If you know your man has good intentions, and I teach our kids, people live by patterns and principles. If you know that he's trying to do certain things that better for the betterment of the family, be supportive. Because the way you said it,
it's like
just do it, and they're gonna be like, oh, she needs some. We need to contact her. What's her Instagram? Because he got her brainwashed.
No, you don't have me brainwashed.
Do everything he say. It's like
when you have a good man and your man is always there for your family, spends time, takes time off work to be here to make sure that we are okay and make sure we spend time and you take us out, you do things, and you get me the things I like, and you love me and support me in everything I do. I'm not about to tell you no.
Well, amen. Praise the Lord. Like that, the way she said it that time, you gave.
Yeah,
more,
I'm sorry the first time because I want.
We live in a different society.
Yeah,
now.
But I want all my women to have a man like I have, because I've had the opposite. So I know the difference between a good man and somebody that's just a boy. So I want all women to be happy. I want men to be happy as well, but I'm speaking for my women. Don't tell him no if he's a good man. You know, every day not gonna be easy. Every day you're not gonna want to say yes, but talk to him. Talk it out.
They gonna be waiting on me to say, don't tell her no if she's a good woman. You know you better say that part too.
But sometimes you'll tell me no you'll say no and look at me to see what my reaction gonna be. Because I don't like when you tell me no.
I don't really tell her no, but it's like every so often I just want to see how she'll react if I tell her no.
And I just give him a look. She don't
be prepared. It's just no. What? It's like a malfunction. Like, well, I don't process no. What are you talking about? What does no mean?
God.
But yeah, like if you have somebody good.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to tell you, we live in a different society.
Yes,
so
we do.
I don't want nobody coming up and so what you mean? Do what you say. Like, hey, she said it, not me. Like,
not like that. Not like that.
I want no problem. I don't need no heat from nobody. I want 2021 to be a very, very peaceful year.
Yeah.
I don't want no problems.
Yeah. We don't need no problems at the end of the year.
I'm
just glide into 2021.
Right, But, I am a firm believer. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So, we try to, I don't let my guard down.
Yeah.
As much as I want to be laid back by nature, I stay with a plan. But at the end of the day, we want to see people succeed.
Yeah.
We want to see people happy. We want to see people healthy. We want to see people wealthy.
Yes.
And though it'll never probably be said, there are people who watch us who don't know that we know that they're watching for inspiration.
Yeah.
And they may have the job, but don't have the wife, or don't have the girl, or don't have the spouse. They may have the spouse. They may not have kids. They may have the spouse and the kids and not have the job. They may have all three and be completely miserable. We're not miserable over here. Our life is going to be a completed checklist. And the more we check off, the more them checks get bigger. We just ain't doing that but thanking God.
Yeah, because we've been through the struggle.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we don't feel bad for saying what we know we deserve and what we know that God wants us to have. Yeah, and that's what we want for everybody, though.
Look, I paid the price.
Yes.
So it's like, hey, look, I deserve everything I asked for because I went through everything I didn't ask for. And he knew, he knew, what kind of situations that I would thrive in and who would be a benefit to me and who I would be a benefit to. So, we just want people to believe that it is possible because we were at a place and in a space where we were on the verge of not believing and, kind of staying away from that. And as time goes forward, things change. Society changes. These people change. Their ways change. And, there are so many different types of relationships that exist now. Yeah. Without judgment.
Yeah, without judging.
There's people who may just want the reflection of what they believe God wants them to have.
Yeah.
It can be done. 8.1 billion, if not more, people on this planet. Your person does not necessarily have to stay around the corner or be in your local church. You can just be where God wants you to be and be who God calls you to be with, and let that flourish and nourish. But we want to conclude this video because a lot of people might not watch our video. I think we're going on 45 minutes. So we just want y'all to be blessed, stay encouraged, stay awesome. Know that we love you, and we pray that God bless each and every individual who watches these videos in every position in their life. They out there shooting firecrackers, and people gonna be like, "Oh, we hear gunshots in the background. They live in the ghetto. They talking about all this spiritual stuff. And you need to know, it's kids.
They on break.
They on break. Teenagers and fireworks. So, yeah. But hey, these ain't gunshots, because if it was a gunshot, we like, hey, we gotta go. So we good. All right. Till next time. Stay blessed. Love you. God bless you.